talk about when we talk about immovable obstructions is the nearest point of relief. Right? That's the biggest part. The nearest point of relief is a reference point for taking relief without penalty from an immovable obstruction or an abnormal ground condition. And the most common abnormal ground condition is called casual water. All right? Or a wrong putting green. But you guys all hit it straight enough, so you don't have to worry about that. The nearest point of relief is the point on the golf course nearest to where the golf ball lies. All right, that's important. It's where the golf ball lies. That is not near the hole. And if you were so positioned and this cart path wasn't here, relief would exist for the stroke the player would have made from the original position if the condition were not there. So we see we've got a player here whose ball lies on an immovable obstruction. He can either go to the right of that cart path or he can go to the left of that cart path. And as you can see here, if he goes to the right of the cart path, he is 6 feet from where his golf ball lies. If he goes to the left of the cart path, he is only 4 feet. So, if he goes to the left of the cart path, that is the nearest point of relief. It's where the golf ball lies. Not where his stance would be, but where the golf ball lies. In order to determine the nearest point of relief accurately, the player should use the club that he or she is most likely to play from that position. All right? Again, if that cart path wasn't there, if he didn't have to take relief. All right? So in a situation like this, if he was 100 and let's say 50 yards from the green, all right, and that's his normal 7-iron distance shot, when he or she is taking relief from that cart path, you have to use the club that you are most likely to play if there wasn't a cart path there, if you didn't have to take relief. I see in our competitions when I'm serving as a rules official, you know, I've seen guys and girls in this situation pull out a driver to try and, you know, get as far away from the situation as possible. And I would simply just ask them, if you weren't on the cart path, would you try and hit a driver for that shot? And they look at me kind of silly and say no. So it's always important, again, when you're taking relief from an obstruction, that you use the club that you're most likely to play the shot with.